Okay guys, this is my second attempt at this follow-up video in regards to changing the time. I had already done a video on how I felt about this particular model watch, which is the XKX 007, but I did run into a little bit of trouble when I first got an automatic watch in terms of how to change the date without damaging anything. In the past I have damaged the date function on watches, and I didn't want to have that occur, especially when you're investing a little bit more money on a watch. This particular model is just a couple hundred, but it's important to understand that there are times where you really got to be careful what you're doing with your watch when you're spending $1,000 or more. So I want to be able to help out maybe some people that just got their watch and are a little bit intimidated on how to do it properly. So I'm going to take a few minutes to hopefully show you how to do it the easy way without sounding too complicated. Okay, so this particular watch, has a screw down crown, so we're going to unscrew it. Okay, we're not going to really worry about the actual time right now or anything like that. What's important for you to keep in mind is that we're going to go ahead and say today is the 28th, Sunday the 28th. Okay, so let's just pretend like this watch has been sitting for a while. This is an automatic movement, and you need to adjust the time to say 5 a.m. Sunday the 28th. Okay, but it's sitting at the wrong time, wrong date. So you've unscrewed your crown. Some watches won't have a screw down crown. So at this point, what you basically want to do is you want to change the hour marker as well as the minute marker to 6:30, and I'll explain to you why in a second, but let's just first do that. So you'll pull out the crown completely to the second click, and you'll want to move the time to 6:30. It doesn't matter if it's 6:30 p.m. or a.m. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay, the reason we've done that is so that the hour is not engaged with the actual date change gears. Okay, when you start changing the date around 9, some watches it starts at 9 all the way through until 3 a.m. The time and the date gears are starting to engage, and by you changing the date you may break your movement. A lot of new watches have preventative measures in order for you not to damage the actual movement, but it's very hit and miss, so you don't want to screw that up. So that's the first thing you want to think of. Second thing, you don't want to actually move the time backwards on an automatic movement. The gears are all done in a way so that it actually works with the actual spring mechanism inside. So the way it works is an automatic movement has a balance, and that balance actually a balanced rotor which actually moves, and this rotor is what actually winds this spring on the inside, and the spring releases slowly, creating the actual movement of the watch. Okay, so if you're, and all the gears are linked to that release tension of that spring. So if you're moving the time backwards, you're turning those gears backwards, which in turn can really damage your automatic watch. So make sure to actually turn the time clockwise, and also make sure you change the date only when you're outside the range that I spoke to you about, which is between 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. So right now we've got the watch at about 6:30. It doesn't matter. And what you want to do is, now the crown is all the way out, you're going to push it in once, so now you're at the actual date change function. So this here has a date feature, so it's got the day of the week as well as the day of the month. So if you actually turn the crown clockwise, you'll be moving up in the date. So what you want to do is you want to change the day so it's a day before the actual day you're looking to change it to. So we said we want it for Sunday the 28th. We're going to change it to Saturday the 27th, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So we've got it on the 27th, but we're still Sunday. So to change the Sunday, you turn it counterclockwise, and you'll have the actual date change. So you're going to put it to Saturday. There you go. So it's Saturday. Okay? Now, You got Saturday the 27th, but obviously we want the 28th, Sunday the 28th. So we're going to pull the crown out again, so that now we're actually moving the hour marker again with only clockwise. And you're going to actually, from this moment on, just move the time to the appropriate day and time. So let it go through its natural cycle, 24-hour cycle, doing its day change on its own. So right now it'll slowly change the actual day and date to Sunday the 28th. Now we said we wanted it for 5 a.m. There you go. So that's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. So in this particular case, you push the crown in, screw it in, and you're all set. So that's basically it, guys. So a few things to keep in mind. Like I said, don't change time backwards on these at all, and also make sure that you first thing you do is that you put the actual time markers to the 6:30 position before you start playing with the day and date. Anyways, I hope that helps. If this is your first watch, congratulations, and hopefully you'll see why an automatic movement is so nice to have. It's not the most accurate of the watches out there. Quartz is by far more accurate, but it is, you know, a machine that you've got on your wrist, which is quite impressive to say the least. So again, hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and have yourselves a good day.